All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to dig into a source that claims the path to financial freedom. Well, it's actually way simpler than you've been led to believe. So let's jump right in.
So let's start with a big one. A question I'm sure a lot of you have asked yourselves. Why is it that so many people who genuinely try to build wealth just fail? You know, you try to save, you try to invest, you're doing all the things you think you're supposed to do, but it just feels like you're on a treadmill, right? Just running in place. What is going on here?
Well, the answer, according to the book we're looking at today, has a really surprising connection to apple pie. And yeah, you heard me right, apple pie. Believe it or not, the entire secret to building wealth can apparently be explained by this, classic dessert.
And look, the author puts it this way, and this is a direct quote. If you think that becoming wealthy and escaping the rat race is not possible for you, then you have to hear this. I mean, that's aimed right at anyone out there who's feeling discouraged, who thinks, you know what, financial freedom, that's for other people, not for me. The whole idea here is that this is a fixable problem.
Okay, so to really get this, let's play along with a little thought experiment from the book. Imagine this. What if I offered you $1 million? Cash. Life-changing money, right?
And all you have to do to get that $1 million is bake a delicious apple pie. That's it. Sounds pretty easy, doesn't it? I mean, it's not like I'm asking you to build a rocket. Most of us would probably think, $1 million for an apple pie? Yeah, I'm in. I can do that. But of course, there's a catch. And it's a big one. You can't use a recipe. No instructions, you can't look it up on your phone, you can't call your grandma, nothing. You have to do it completely from scratch, just based on what you think you know. So, how are you feeling about that $1 million now? I mean, sure, you know the basics, right? You need some apples, a pie crust, some other ingredients. You stick it in the oven. But is that really enough? Think about it. What kind of apples? Granny Smith? Honeycrisp? Does it matter? How much sugar? How hot does the oven need to be? And for how long? All of a sudden, these little details become, well, they become everything. And this right here, this is the whole point. This is the big comparison. When it comes to building wealth, most of us know the basic ingredients, don't we? You gotta make money, you gotta invest it. But just like that apple pie, just knowing the ingredients isn't the whole story. Not even close. What's missing is the recipe. The clear instructions that tell you exactly what to do. So let's say you try it, and your pie comes out just a disaster. A burnt, soggy mess. Does that mean you're stupid or lazy or just incapable? No, of course not. You had $1 million on the line. You were plenty motivated. The problem wasn't you. The problem was something else. And here's that aha moment. You didn't fail because of some personal weakness. You failed because you were missing the one thing you absolutely needed, the recipe and the instructions. And the argument is, it's the exact same thing with money. When we struggle financially, it's not a moral failing. It's a strategy failing. So this all leads to this key idea the author calls the wealth recipe. And what it means is this. Building wealth isn't some secret art that's only for financial geniuses or people who get lucky. No, it's a skill that pretty much anyone can learn as long as they have a clear, actionable set of instructions to follow. Okay, so if the big problem is that we're all missing the recipe, then the solution seems pretty obvious, right? We need to get the recipe. And that's exactly what this book proposes to be. A super clear, super simple financial recipe. It's all about providing a real solution. And you can tell the author is serious about this. He says, I wrote this book as if I were writing it for my own child. Think about that. The whole goal was to just cut through all the confusing financial jargon and nonsense and just give you a direct, honest-to-goodness path to follow.
So the whole process is broken down into 3 main phases. First, you've got to get a proven recipe. Then, you follow the 10 actionable steps inside. And that, in turn, is how you build your wealth. It's a system, not a lottery. It's about taking the guesswork and the emotion out. And what does this blueprint look like? Well, it's 10 actionable steps. It's written with that total sincerity we just talked about. All the confusing stuff is just stripped away. It's short, it's sweet, and it gets right to the point. The author is so confident, in fact, that it comes with a 100% money-back guarantee. Can't argue with that.
And look, if you're thinking this is going to be some giant, heavy textbook that'll put you to sleep, think again.
The whole thing is just 81 pages. That's it. It's intentionally short, so you can read it in like an afternoon and start putting it into action right away.
And check this out. The price on Amazon is less than 10 bucks. The whole point here is to make it accessible. It's not about selling some $1,000 course, it's about getting the recipe into as many hands as possible. So when you boil it all down, the crucial point is this. Financial success isn't some big secret held by a select few. It's not a game of chance, it's a skill that you can learn, that you can practice, and that you can master, as long as you have the right instructions. And that really leaves us with just one final question to think about. If building wealth and achieving financial freedom really is like following a recipe, what's stopping you from learning how to cook?